Circumstances on the road wasn't that not about as impressive a win as you had this year, coming 15 down in the second half.
That's the biggest win since I've been here. Make no mistake, that's the biggest win since I've been here. In that kind of environment, to stay together, to be down 15 and then reel off 28 straight, that's a big win and a credit. All right, to our coaches, did a great job. Matt Rule on offense called a great game in the second half, and then Mark just did a tremendous job settling the defense down. And of course, the kids played really hard. That's the biggest win I've been around here.
What do you think changed the momentum for you?
You know, it almost looked like Connecticut again. You guys that follow us, it looked like Connecticut. It looked like, oh boy, and all of a sudden now we get fired up. I think we take the next kickoff back to midfield. It could have been deflating because we had a touchdown call back, but then we just get going. And obviously Chester came up big in the late in the third and fourth quarter, and then Mike Campbell did a great job. And I can't say enough about Matt Brown's effort today.
What did Chester do to settle himself when he started out rough and then settled himself in the second half there and improved? What do you think he did?
Again, you gotta give them credit now. You have to look at how they do that to a lot of different quarterbacks, and how it's very unsettling for a lot of different quarterbacks. And I don't think anybody's run. I think they've averaged giving up 85 yards a game rushing coming into this. So the fact that we can run the ball, set up some play action, and I think that loosened it up for him too. But again, the offensive line did a great job, and Matt Brown really ran extremely well.
You talked about not having to block all 11 usually with Bernard, but I mean, do you feel like that was kind of the case with Matt today? That he was making that one guy you had to miss?
Yeah, I mean, it's nice to have those kind of running backs. Matt's proven himself in big games and in big environments, and I keep telling you guys, he may be our most fiercest competitor, and he made a lot of guys miss. We gave him good surfaces to run behind. He made a guy miss, and I thought Matt Rule, the offensive staff, called a tremendous game in really tough circumstances, and can't say enough about the offensive line and tight ends blocking.
You talked about Bernard being a game-time decision. I guess you didn't bring him here, so did that situation does not improve at all this week?
No, it did. It improved. We worked him out Friday morning. It didn't look like it was going to be close. He's better off staying there, getting ahead in school, getting 3 or 4 treatments a day, Friday, Saturday, not having to deal with all this moving around and traveling. We just thought that was the best decision. I would love to have had him here, but it's not what was best for for his progress there. So hopefully. Hopefully he'll be back.
Coach, could you talk about the 12-yard sack that Muhammad Wilkerson had at the...
Well, just, the Steelman kid did a great job eluding us in the fourth quarter. We really could have had 3 or 4. And in the same instance a year ago against Navy, we made those sacks. So the kid did a great job getting rid of the ball in the flat and obviously eluding some of us. But, Muhammad, to play as many plays as he did, and then, to have that kind of energy, and he continually does it every single game. He's the best at the end, and so he's been finishing really well.
His athleticism there was tremendous. I mean, I asked you this about Jarrett before. Where do you put Muhammad up there with some of the other guys that you've coached?
Unique now. Unique. He's just a unique. I don't want to start comparing him, but he's a special talent, and if you have the God-given ability and you prepare and you study the game, and you do your film study, and you know what you're doing, and you have the work ethic on top of it, you have the whole package. And right now, he's starting to develop into that kind of man.
Coach, what did you see out of him? Much more development when you first saw him, of course.
Yep, tremendous athlete, great basketball player. I remember watching him on film. Coach D'Onofrio really outworked everybody, and had more evaluations on him. As a basketball player, as an athlete, going to practice, all those things, really dug in with the young man. And I think probably one of the things that sold us more than anything was that how strong a family unit he comes from, how strong his mom is, and how strict she was and how tough she was on him in terms of making good decisions and having an opportunity to go to college. And he is that. He's all that. I mean, he does exactly what we ask him to do, and it's really a credit to his mom, and obviously he's really developed as a person here.
When it comes time to calling those trick plays, when you guys are working on that, is it like someone like Joe who steps forward and says, "I think I can throw the ball"? Or how does stuff like that develop to the point where it works out for you in the game?
Well, we see something that we like, And we're no different than every team. We go into the game with a bunch of different, with a couple of different looks every game, and then it's opportunity though. It's opportunity. Is it on the right hash? Is it a down and distance? We certainly were kind of scrambling there for a while, but I thought that was a good opportunity to run that play, and Joe throws it better than anybody.
Coach, was this spread triple option, whatever it is they call it, difficult to face as you anticipated coming in?
Oh yeah, I mean absolutely. The other thing, guys, is we gave our defense a short field. We gave them a short field for the first two scores, or maybe the first and the third. Their kid hit a great punt, pinned us down there right before the half, so that hurt. And of course the opening kickoff, and you can't give them a short field. We settled down after that, but it's a difficult. I mean, they got the whole package. This guy's a great coach now. And this outfit's going to be a real good team. And they're probably going to be a bowl team this year. That's the kind of team that they have. They look like a bowl team. They have leadership. They're tough. They're well coached. They don't beat themselves, and they do a great job.
Any other questions?
Last thing, Coach, your thoughts at halftime.
No, just to keep going. I mean, we're not. It's not like the old days, Kevin. I know you've been beat up for 30 years, but we don't get panicked. We just kind of hang in there, and we have a lot of kids on the team, a lot of leaders. Everybody had poise. We made a couple of different adjustments, and it's unfortunate they came down and scored. But it kind of it kind of jump started us, and then I think we reeled off 28 straight. So we needed to settle down a little bit, and I just told the guys we're off. They're off the next 2 days. We've got to get healthy, and we've got to catch up. I mean, this has been. I mean, everybody's worn out at the start of the season. These are competitive games. We've played really good teams. I mean, you can say whatever you want about Temple football, but don't say we didn't play a good schedule. We've played good teams in tough environments, and we're 4-1, and now we go into the MAC season. So we're excited about where we are. We're 9 points away from being 5-0. Okay, and we're playing what looks to be. We have played what looks to be 5 postseason teams to start the season.
Matt's 4 touchdowns tied 13 other players, I think, including Tony Dorsett, for most touchdowns scored here. Kind of similar to what Bernard did up at Navy last year. Is this type of win do something like what Navy did for you last year in this type of environment against one of the service academies?
Absolutely. I mean, if you're at the game, you understand how hard the environment was. It was a hard environment. It's a tradition-rich program. It's a national notoriety from their school, and certainly we have all the respect in the world for Army and what they stand for, and we're just happy to come out here with a win. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. The players will be in here. Did Pete not make the trip? Yes, he did not make the trip.